Oh, hello, my dear darling sugar cookies. Think I don't know you guys. Gnomes on the wall go round and round, round and round, all going we. Yay! Hi! Hi, hi, honey pie. How was your week? Did anyone feed you tacos? I hope they did. I think you had tacos last time we talked. Okay, and I keep trying to think of what is it called in school? Like an entry task, a warm up something. Entry. All I can think of is entry task, and that doesn't sound quite right. But just something that right when you get into class, you're just supposed to. Like I remember in one art class, there's just the entry task would be like a thing on the projector because I'm that old, and it would just be a picture, that you were supposed to try to draw. Castile says party time. Hi, Castile. How are you? Are you still sunken citying? Have we switched to a different game? What are we up to? What is old and what is new? It's hard to see my lines with a light this bright. So we marked our center right here. Got it half finished specific project. We're going to look at it in a little while. What supermarket simulator? Like one of those time games where you're doing tasks like ring up these customers' groceries, make somebody a. You own a supermarket, alright? Have some family members who might like that. They just like supermarkets. And that's hard. Ooh, okay, count me out. I come here to have fun, not to be challenged. I mean, sometimes I'm doing stuff that's hard, but not hard in the sense I can't just stop and hit my vape pen and humph. You have to handle register, products, inventory, shelf. Is it like a time management game? Because I've totally played those. By time management game, I mean the little cooking ones, because I played the shit out of the Gordon Ramsay one at one point in my life. And it's you get customers, and this person wants a tea, an iced tea, and this person wants some fried rice, and so you gotta turn on the pan and brew the tea, and yep, exact, yep. People come and wait, they can get pissed and steal. Yep, time management. That's what I mean by maybe there's a different name for it. But, to me, the first one I ever played was Sally's Spa, and you're, running a little spa, and people would, come in and want to get their little facial or their haircut or whatever, and But, yeah. I have played those, and it's just, I totally understand, that it's difficult and fun. It's, the challenge is fun. You're like, ah! But I can't imagine trying to play that on stream while someone was watching me. And not just one someone, but multiple someones. No, thank you. If I'm gonna fail at that, I'm gonna fail at that in the privacy of my room alone. But I mean, I'll fuck up art projects in public all the time. That's different. Yeah, this is my little entry task I've given myself for today. It's see, and actually that does sound because then if there were other people yeah, okay, that sounds more fun, because it's not if something goes sideways, you're just the only one, you're ah. But no, we're making another origami box, because in the last stream, I made 2 of them. And they were already, being used to like house stuff on my desk. And then I gave one of them away already, and I was like, you know, I'm just going to make some more. There we go. No. Yes, this is just an extremely basic origami box that we are making out of a piece of scrapbook paper that came in one of those big books of scrapbook paper you can get at Michael's. And nowadays, the marked price on them is like $19.99. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, my limit is like $5 to $7 maybe. So I wait until they go on like sale and clearance. And then I just buy a book, even if it's off season, because, you know, even if it's not spring right now, I heard a rumor it'll be back next year. You know what I mean? So that's why I have all of this paper, is because I use it for all kinds of stuff. Making boxes, making signs at work, making cards. Now, see, that pattern worked out very nicely. It's not quite a perfect lineup, but da-dang, that is closer than I would have ever imagined it would have gotten. Look at that. Sam says $20. I would wait too, lol, right? Fuck no, I'm not paying $20 for that shit. That's ridiculous. But Michael's is one of those places where if you wait, they come out with 40% off a single item coupons like all the time. So it's like, eh. But no, I have a bunch from when they were cheaper. Like when they would regularly go on sale for like $5 because they used to be like $12 or something. I don't know. A different regular price than $20. But yeah, this is our little opening work we're doing here. Yeah, work has been super busy because we've been, like, the main room at my work is the sanctuary. That big room and most of the upstairs, like most of the main part of the building, all got painted this week. And so all of the stuff had to come down off of the walls. The blinds had to come down. Art, posters, light switch things, coat racks, those things that hold up literature. All of it had to come down. And everything got painted. And then it all has to go back up. And so luckily, 2 amazing volunteers did most of the work for that, but I was helping them today. And today at work, I took like 9,000 steps. I usually take like 3,000 steps in a day. 5,000 is a lot for me. 9,000 steps at work. Ooh, this paper is pretty. I like the way this is coming together. But yes, the painters are, like, seriously, like, if we all lived in the same town, I would recommend them to everybody, because they were just super nice. They, like affixed a funky broken ceiling tile that we had, you know, and, like, just other little projects, and there was, like, a thing hanging up in a staircase. Not even a staircase they were painting, but it was hanging up in a staircase, like an old camera that was disconnected. And I wanted it to come down, and I couldn't reach it because it was over a staircase. And so they were like, we'll figure that out for you. And so they totally ended, like, one of them ended up, like, literally holding a ladder on the staircase while the other one climbed the ladder with a drill and took the camera down. So, yes, very nice people. And the painting also, like, the paint job also looks really good, so... because originally yesterday was supposed to be their last day painting, you know? So that's why I try to go to the library as much as possible. I'm not doing 10K anymore, but I do at least 5K. Yeah, I very rarely do. Not very rarely, but I do not usually even get 5K. But yeah, so yesterday was supposed to be their last day. And so before I left for work yesterday, I was like looking around for gnomes, and I apparently have lost the box of gnomes. You know, there's a box of gnomes that has like the like rainbow, all those rainbow gnomes, and like just some other, I don't know, there's a box of them, like a metal box. And it's around here somewhere, but I could not fucking find it for the life of me. And so I was like, dang it, because I wanted to give them gnomes. But then yesterday they were like, oh, well, no, he already looked. He already looked for a long time. It is like, right? And so we're both mystified. I'm like, what? I wonder if I loaned it to the child so he could do tableaus. I'll have to ask the child. The child, I have the photo, like, you know, a little box, like a little picture box for taking photos of items. He really digs it. And I'm like, take all the pictures you want in there. And I gave him, like, scenery stuff. Well, he might have been. But not of, like, those. Not, like, as part of, like, a request. But he might have just been... He likes to set up little scenes and take pictures and then make memes and stuff. I know. He's so fucking cute. And he is so smart. So, they were like, oh, we need to actually come back tomorrow. You know, we want to do, like, a third coat on some places where the old color is shining through and finish some stuff up. And I was like, oh, yeah, totally. And then I was like, yes! Because I could make them gnomes. Right? I'll have to ask him. I'll have to ask him about it. And so I will show you guys what I made for the painters. I put a picture of these on the Discord earlier, and they were so cute when I was making them that I actually made one for myself to keep, and that's this one. So the little board they're standing on is just a piece of wood, and then I painted it the color that they painted the walls, because we had like a sample of the color. You know, so I just brought the sample home with me and, like, used to paint. And then little gnomes, and they do have that's actual paint smeared on them. And I think my favorite part is this. It's a little bitty paint rag, and it has dried paint on it. Little dots of different colors, like, you know, because presumably would have been used for jobs before this and then washed, you know. But yes, I absolutely love it. I love that it's standing on a little tiny board and has room just for one little item next to it. Like, not a giant elaborate thing, but just gnome scene. And so this is what we're going to do tonight, but not another paint gnome, because we already did a paint gnome. My thought was maybe garden gnome. Like, gnome, have the thing that it's standing on look like dirt, and then have, like, the top of a carrot sticking out. Do you know what I mean? Or... And my other thought was a pumpkin. I was like, no, we're going to be making plenty of pumpkins soon enough. And so I was just trying to think of, like, summery things that would be growing in a garden. And I think a carrot sticking out, where you could see, like, that much of the carrot. You know, not that much, you know what I mean? Be able to see, you know, like, that it has that shape. And then make a little green thing sticking out of the top. And it'd just be a little garden gnome. Well, not garden gnome, but a gardening gnome. That'd be cute. Okay. And so I was like, how to make fake dirt? I don't know. Luckily, when I was pondering this, I was on the phone with Rustic this morning on my way to work, and she was like, do you have alcohol ink? I was like, yeah. And she was like, put alcohol ink in white sand, because she knew I had white sand. She's like, put alcohol ink in white sand, and then, when it dries, it'll be dirt. I was like, so, hang on. You'll see why I'm moving this so carefully. See? This, I picked my 4 different brown colors that we have for alcohol ink. Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta tell you guys, sometimes this light drives me a little bit bonkers because it makes like a weird reflection. I keep forgetting to figure out what to use as a diffuser for it. But looking at this color in real life and looking at it on the screen, it looks like exactly the fucking same. I cannot tell you. Well, you guys know how much time I used to spend like trying to like hold items in and like trying to figure out how to fix it. Adjustable Kevins, y'all. Adjustable Kevin. Totally, like, it looks exactly like it does IRL. So, this is 1 drip each of these colors in this alcohol ink, or in the sand, rather. I did this like 20 minutes before the stream started. Okay, then we're seeing what they look like when we kind of mix them up. Oh, they're crusty. That's fine. See, that one looks pretty green. Yeah, and that one apparently needs to be smushed apart. Yeah, that one's very orange. I think this bottom one, this one, ginger and caramel, are closest to brown. This honeycomb, unsurprisingly, is very orange. And the latte is rather green. And so, I vote... Okay, hang on. We're going to find a piece of paper. Every time y'all, I clean off the desk, and I'm like, where's my scrap paper? Oh. Yep. Where's a piece of paper, you guys? Where would we ever possibly find one of those? Where on earth could I find a piece of paper to write on? Okay. So the ginger, we're going to call that red-brown. Red/dark brown. Caramel is a medium brown. Latte has a green tint. And honeycomb has a very orangey. Orangey. Alright. So, kind of know which these are. So, now it kind of looks like taco seasoning. So, we're going to make several gnomes. And so, I think this is already looking kind of like dirt, but it clearly needs more color. I think we should skip any more of the latte color for right now, and the honeycomb, and just do some more of the caramel and the ginger colors, because that is like 1 drop. Literally 1 drop of each color. So I think if we had 2 drops more of each of these... Ooh. 1... 2 more drops of that one. more drops of that one. Yeah, it's great. Let's do a little more. Because I don't think it's really so much we'll be like, oh no, it's too dark. Well, it's trying to look like dirt. And the little boards we're going to be starting with are light in color. So we might need to give them, well, I'm guessing we're probably going to end up giving them a base coat of brown, dark brown, acrylic paint. And then I'm going to stir this up while it's wet. See how much more color we need. See, it kind of legit looks like streusel right now. Yeah, it needs to be much... Let's see. How to make... I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to grab some black, actually, and just put, like, a drop of black in there and see how it looks. Oh, jeez. We also have colored mica, but most of them are, like, super glittery and luminescent, and we don't need luminescent glitter in this. We could use a little tiny bit of black mica instead of doing black dye. Just see what happens. And then we're going to end up, when we go to apply this, I think we're going to end up mixing it with glue. Lib says, your dirt doesn't glitter and glisten. Mine does. I want to come live at your house. That sounds like way more fun. But hi, Lib. Hi. Oh, yeah. I still think it needs more. We're going to do a drop of black dye to just tone down the orangeness here. But I think, oh yeah, adding that mica definitely. Ooh, yeah, that was a great idea. Yay, us. Actually, that looks kind of dirt-tastic right now. Do we think dirt-tastic or darker? I think we're going to do a drop of black. Oh, did I have all of these out anyway? Oh, because I got this box to look for the black dye, but it's a good thing we got it out. Oh, we got tiger's eye, smoky quartz. So we added some smoky quartz. And some tiger's eye. And so what are we doing? We are dyeing a little tiny thing of sand because we want to make little gnomes standing on a thing, and the theme is garden. And so the gnomes are going to be standing on the thing, but it's going to look like dirt, and there's going to be a little carrot next to them. Yeah, I think we're definitely... Ooh, yeah. I think that looks good. And we'll end up mixing it with a little glue. And or like just kind of gluing it and then tamping it on to something. That's probably not going to be enough for, say... Well, I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I don't know why I touched the thing I'd been using to stir liquid dye and then was surprised when I got dye on my fingers. Like, who could have predicted that one? And it's not that I mind having the dye on my fingers so much. It's that we don't, you know, we try to avoid smearing dye on our other projects. Okay. So this is the inspiration gnome, or just the, more of like the template gnome, I would say. So it's going to be standing on a little board, and then have a carrot next to it, and then the dirt all around. Ooh, so yeah, I think the smart money is on making the gnome, gluing it down, making the carrot, gluing it down, and then putting dirt around the rest. Like putting dirt all around them, both of them. What colors do we think for the gnome? Because the little board, it's going to have, and so we need to make some carrot tops.